everyone! Ever feel like you're beating your head against a brick wall trying to communicate to your customers? In this video, we're going to talk about the 3 worst ways you can communicate with your customer to ensure you don't make a sale, and worse, ruin a customer relationship for life, and how to avoid that. Let's get started. Hey everybody, today we're talking about the 3 worst ways you can communicate with a customer. Now, this might be a weird way to start this video, but it's a really common thing that we see. People communicate in the wrong way. They talk to the wrong personality type, the wrong customer type. They speak to the right type in the wrong way. They give the wrong solution to the wrong problem with the wrong people. So all of these different things culminate in a ruined customer relationship, in a lost sale. So how do you fix that? Well, first, let's talk about the 4 personality types that we're speaking to when we're trying to sell a product. These 4 personality types we've made really easy for you to remember. We've given them cute little animal names. So first, let's talk about the golden retriever. Then we're going to go over the otter, beaver, and the lion. So the golden retriever is someone who is really emotional. They really like to make that friend connection with somebody. They want you to nurture them and take the time to actually get to know your story. The lion is the exact opposite. All they want is for you to tell them what the point is so they can move on with their life. They want you to pitch them so they can think about it, yes or no, next. The beaver, they're analytically driven. They want to know the proof and the data behind your claims. It's a very scientific analysis kind of mindset. And last, the otter wants you to keep them up high in that emotional level. They like lots of enthusiasm. They like big movements, bright lights, all the different things that are going to keep them entertained while you're selling to them. So, what are the 3 worst ways you can communicate with someone? The first is saying the wrong thing to the wrong person. Okay, so say that you're selling this product and you're trying to come up with a solution to this customer's problem. You're trying to tell them how this product that you sell is going to solve their problems. Well, if you're talking to a golden retriever, for example, and you have a very blunt attitude, you're trying to let them know like, hey, if you're not doing things the right way, then you need to get this, and if you're not ready to get this, then you're not going to change your life, and that's how it's going to be. You're selling the wrong thing to the wrong person. They don't want the solution you're presenting, and they don't want it the way you're presenting it. But if you were selling to a lion, that same pitch, that very go for it attitude, hey, listen, this is what you're looking for, this is what you want, and I've got it, buy it now. That lion will respond to that kind of attitude because that's the kind of attitude that they have. A golden retriever, on the opposite end of the spectrum, however, is not going to respond to that, right? They want you to be like, hey, you have this problem, it hurts, it's really emotional, it's really getting to the core of it. You're talking to parents, you're talking to people who are suffering and all these things. You tell them your story and how you found the solution through all of your struggles and all the pain that you went through, and you really draw it out and let them know that it's not about the buy, it's more about the, hey, I feel the same way that you feel right now. I've been there, I understand, and I took the time to figure this out to help you. That golden retriever is going to respond a lot more to that kind of a pitch because they want that human aspect to it. They want to make sure that you get it in the same way that they would to a friend. When they're talking to a friend, they understand it that way. So when you're doing the research to understand what kind of a problem that you're solving for them, make sure that you're giving them that solution. You're validating the things that you're trying to give to them. You actually know that it's something they're struggling with, and you're pitching it in a way that's going to get across to their personality type. Likewise with the otter and the beaver. Make sure that you are focusing in on the way, not just the thing that they want, but the way they want to be presented that solution, okay? What's the second thing you can do wrong to ruin that customer relationship and to miss that sale? That's saying the wrong thing to the right person. Okay, so this is a little bit different, right? You're talking to the right person. You know that you're selling to that golden retriever, that beaver, otter, that lion, and you're talking to them in the right way, but you're missing the point in what they need, right? A lot of times this happens when people dive in because they created a business around their own problem. Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. That's a great place to start. You created a business around your own problem and you're speaking to people who are a lot like you. So you're talking to the right person. You've got the right pitch, the right attitude, the right level of enthusiasm, but you haven't found the people with that same problem that you are now solving. So what do you need with this? You need to sell to them in a way that they want. You need to do the research to understand what it is they're struggling. And the best way to do that research is to start talking to them, right? To say like, hey, I have this solution to this problem. Are you suffering from the same problem? Point blank, like that. A lot of people will come up with these roundabout ways to do this kind of research when really it's as simple as asking people, are you struggling with this problem? Do you need a solution to this kind of a problem? And people will tell you yes or no, or sort of, but it's more of this angle, which is great market research to help you narrow in, niche down, and really finalize that thing that you're selling, that product, and really come up with the perfect version of it for those customers. All right. Okay. So that's the third thing. What is the third way you can ruin that customer relationship and miss that sale? And that is saying the right thing to the wrong person. Now, we kind of went over this a little bit before, but all of these things have nuances and you really have to pay attention to it. So saying the right thing to the wrong person. All right. You found the problem that they're struggling with. You have the solution. You think, this is where a lot of people go wrong, thinking like, I'm saying all the right things. I know that they're struggling with these and I have the solution, but people just don't want the solution from me and I don't know why. It's because you're not talking to them in the right way. If you have the solution and you know that you are speaking to the people who have the problem you are solving, that's when you really need to start testing out which personality type you're talking to. The simplest way to do this is through email and through social media, trying out those different posts using those different personality types, right? So the first one could be that lion. Very straightforward, very buy now. If you don't want it, then you're never going to solve your problem. Very in your face. The next one can be that golden retriever. Tell the story of the struggle and the pain. Really get emotional into the heart of the issue and let them know like, hey, are you struggling with this problem? Let me help you. Check out the solution below. It can change your life. Use words like, find the dream in your life. Be the mom you've always wanted to be. Turn your back on all the pain and struggle and all of those big words that golden retriever is going to respond to. If you're talking to a beaver, try out a post that gets very analytically detailed. Talk about the specs of the product. Talk about all the versions that you've been through and how you've narrowed down on the version that you're selling now. Talk about the testimonials and how other people have tried it, case studies, all of those different analytically driven things. And then, of course, the otter, this is where you really want to get creative with your creative. Creative with the video and the images, lots of bright colors, something that's really going to stop people in their tracks and attract, dial your enthusiasm and your personality up to 11 to really get their attention and show them like, hey, you're struggling with this problem. I've got the solution. Check it out. You're going to love it. It's going to change your life. We're all going to hit the party afterwards. Really, really dial it up for the otters. Okay. So, to ensure that you do not get the sale, to ensure that you ruin those customer relationships, make sure you are talking to the wrong people with the wrong product in the wrong way, right? How do we avoid that? How do we make sure we solidify a customer relationship and make a sale each and every time? We say the right thing to the right person with the right solution, right? Okay, so first thing you want to do is make sure you're talking to the right people. You've got that personality point down. Who are you talking to? Golden retriever, lion, otter, or beaver? All right. When you know that, what are you offering them? What solution is it? Have you talked to them? Have you really understood what they're struggling with? And does your solution really solve a problem for them? Now, I want you to figure those things out. I want you to get out there, post on social media, and let them know, I know who you are. I'm just like you, and I've got the solution for the thing you're struggling with. Once you've done that, you'll be talking to the right people with the right solution, exactly how they want to hear it from you. One thing we really run into all the time is people saying, yeah, I get all that, but I'm in a saturated market. So if you're one of those people who sell something in a saturated market, whether that's jewelry, soap, makeup, baby clothes, stationery, things like that, clothes, if you're in a saturated market, make sure you check out the link to the other video we did, the other piece of content that's really going to help you problem solve in what is perceived as a saturated market. And what that really means is framing the problem in a new and creative way. So make sure you check out that video. Let us know how you enjoyed this video here. Share it with somebody who has a product-based or handmade business, and let us help them market their stuff even more. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.